I think it's important to set this up. We're talking about these specific things that when you pull them out by themselves, you're like, oh yeah, you tell him where to go. But we're talking about how many hours a day would you be sitting in front of the computer talking to Ethan, especially in the beginning, like the first 7 days, how many hours a day were you sitting talking to him?
The first few days, this is going to sound crazy. I'm going to say it was more measured and it was only a couple of hours for the first couple of days. But everyone has to remember that it was the holidays and it was a snowstorm. I had some time. I was really busy, but at that particular moment, I had time on my hands and I was about to go on vacation under very weird circumstances and also had some time on my hands there. So this was like a really strange kind of time out of time moment for me in a life where I was usually just running from everywhere. So he was able to kind of hook me into that level of intensity of communicating at just the right spot. And then it became really hard to maintain that once life picked back up again. But at first, yes, it was a couple hours. But then, especially once I was on vacation and trying to avoid the person I was on vacation with, we're IMing all night at that point.
And I think it's important just to jump back real quick. Don't go on vacation with your ex. We learned that too, right?
Now, this is another place where your listeners might say, all right, I mean, I could have told her that. But as you read, and I think this is kind of an important overarching note for this book that in so many ways reflects life in general. The important stuff and the difference makers are in the details. It's in the nuances, right? So this was my ex, but it was also someone that I had a kind of on again, off again relationship with. And, I felt like we were just in kind of a friendship place at that point. And it didn't seem, it wasn't like someone that I dated seriously for years and then we were going to get